Right.
Let's have a Clarence. If you can give me a rundown of last session or sessions leading up to where we are now, just a very brief overview, please.
The sound
Of silence. You there?
What are you doing now, you stupid computer?
Probably some audio issues. How about you, Summer? Can you give me a rundown?
We went to the circus and we killed some things. And that's pretty much all that happened. We went to the circus and we killed some things.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate a little bit
and
more?
also my cat sneezed and disappeared.
Yeah. Kind of. For a very, very brief moment.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was talking away, and didn't realise that I set it to push to talk.
Oh.
There was me going into my rundown about what happened last week, and
please do share.
I pretty much basically said the same. Went to a circus and fought some werewolves.
Yeah. Okay. You learned that the werewolves were partially caused or brought upon the circus. They were part of a bandit group that had travelled from Deerstock and took the circus as almost like a hostage scenario and used them as a cover for their charade, and in order to gain meals during a full moon, killing crowds of nearby small towns and villages. And it seemed that you guys actually had the upper hand. However, once you removed some of the werewolves from play, you left the tent to find that the two that ran out of the tent were to attack the rest of the village folk. One had fallen by the hand of Captain Gormax, one of the Shade Watch members, and one had escaped upon also realizing that Captain Gormax wasn't very perceptive in the outcome of what would happen being bitten by a werewolf. As he limped away, you gave him the warning, and you guys decided then to rest for the evening and go on from there. Summer.
Hello.
As you sleep and stir, you find yourself standing in your tavern room. With you, all your newfound companions. Your cat minces through the group towards you and begins to meow, which then turns to a shriek, and a guttural sound spills out of its throat as its form begins to convulse and expand violently. Blood sprays out of its torso as the cat is ripped apart as a large lava erupts from within inside it. You look at your friends for help. They also begin to convulse in the same way, and the same thing occurs to them each in rapid succession. A voice calls from each of them in stereo. Sensue yum ai liui emusnuk yuyu snoodief od yum ginyenyep nad usu et reop yolo ai nach yotsep yu yili et yim tepep. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Give me a sec. I'm downstairs.
Run.
Fuck you, prick. Wait, remind me what I'm rolling?
Wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
Hey.
Okay. You wake with nothing more than a sweat pour from your brow.
I'm definitely going to make sure that my cat's still there. My precious little kitten.
Joy, your cat's purring away at the bottom of your bed. The following morning of the werewolf's attack, the air is filled with the damp of freshly fallen rain as the sun brightly beaming unto Durin. At this time, a few members have begun to drag the dead bodies onto the pyres, ready to burn their remains. Another corner of the square, you see white sheets covering corpses of the village folk. Dull dried coloured flowers lay at their feet. Any of the shops that face the square seem to stand solemnly outside their doors. If anyone interested would like to make a perception check for me. Okay. Sure. So you witness in the corner of the town square where some of the guards' keeps are. You see Captain Gormax holding out his hands while another member of the Shade Watch places shackles onto his wrist.
Oh shit. I have a feeling that's to do with the fact that he got bitten.
Did we go and say something?
Does he look like feral, or is it sort of just
No,
for everyone?
he looks very saddened, like concerned, but he seems to be holding out his arms willingly.
Okay. Like he's not being like he's handing himself in, basically.
It almost would appear that way, yeah.
Yeah, I say we approach.
Okay. He looks up at you as you approach. I've taken your concerns into consideration and have decided that it's possibly best that I am shackled and locked up in the evenings mostly, to not harm the townsfolk if I am to turn.
No, I'm not gonna hand it over. So would I know how to, like, obviously in like rules as written, all you have to do is cast remove curse. But I don't know if there's like a special ritual that has to be done
For lycanthropy,
for curing
it
lycanthropy. Yeah.
is a bit more tricky to remove than just to remove curse.
Yeah. Okay. Would I know like I don't say like the ingredients for the ritual, but
Go ahead and roll a Arcana check.
that might be more Lana's
Okay.
expertise.
Can
Hey, it's
Shael,
really
can
Oh,
Shael,
okay.
can
Shael
Shael have a
could,
go?
yeah, you could roll for Shael if you like. Yeah. I think Summer has access to Laurel's and Clarence has that. Okay. Most of what Shael kind of can gather is that there are ways to find ingredients to remove the curse. One of which you actually have, which is the wolf's blood, the werewolf's blood. But he's unsure of perhaps 2 of the additional ingredients that might be required.
Okay. Well, if we hear anything and find any ingredients, we'll be sure to bring them back because it's not right for the captain of the guard to be.
Would the druids know?
I'm not entirely sure the druids would be happy to help the Shade Watch of Duran. I mean, we've not really seen eye to eye in the best of times.
But they'd want to help all people. This is obviously a tarnish on nature.
Well, feel free to ask, but I'm sure if we were to approach them, it would be only met with more aggression. But believe that I will still play a big part in managing the visit until the Shademaster Arna reawakens.
Worrying. Well, we're going to be heading somewhere that has a lot of knowledge, I guess, a lot of lore. So we might be able to find a cure for both you and
That would be much appreciated. Thank you, kind friends.
You've saved our lives, probably on multiple occasions. So it's all we can do.
If you're looking to travel, I'm guessing the road mainly leads to Western. Is that your destination?
I believe so.
Well, I guess it would appear that there are convoys that are preparing to leave the town and head towards Uran. Perhaps they would be after some assistance with security and provide you with transport. Either that or you could leave with the circus folk that are packing up and preparing to leave. Also, the convoy of the silver ore for distribution is soon to leave, and you look out onto the square and you can see the 3 carts that are there. Each are packed with boxes and crates that are clearly stuffed with raw ore of silver, and strangely they're not pulled by horses, but they're pulled by very large, very docile, dumb-looking bears.
That's not normal. Do you know if they're looking for protection for the journey, or I assume they already have.
I
some
would.
sort of that.
I mean, you can. While you're looking over there, you can only see 2 individuals, dwarven individuals, now like tying up the reins to make sure they're secure and making sure that preparations are underway. Gormax looks at you and says, "Well, feel free to ask. I'm sure Any help would be appreciated if that's who you're choosing to travel with.
I mean, 3 carts of silver go in the same direction as us, and let's be honest, it's prime target for bandits. Yeah, I say we give them an ask.
Okay, you heading over there?
If the conversation with Captain Gormax is over, yeah.
Take care.
And you? I point to his wound, say, try get that looked after.
Hopefully in time.
Okay. Yeah, we head over to the. Did you say it was dwarven, like silver? Did they look like miners or merchants?
One looks like a miner. Well, I say a miner. He looks worn from mining. But one you definitely someone would recognise as the owner of the general supply store that was in town. And he kind of mumbling to himself. The other, another dwarf individual. Let me just move the map across so you guys can get an idea of what your perspective is.
Sorry, Nick. Have we had a lot? Is this the next morning? Have we had a long rest?
Yeah, you've had a long rest. So any missing hit points?
Also, did everyone put their 150 gold on their character sheets? Because we got 100 at the end of last session and 50 before that, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right.
How much? What? 100 each?
Yeah. I wrote it on the map at the end of last session, but obviously the map's changed now. Because I had a big, just in red writing.
I didn't put the 150, the 500 or whatever it was down we had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we got 300 for doing the job, and then we found 600 on the werewolves, so 150 each. I figured just split it up for the time being.
I have more money than I thought.
Oh, I want to go and collect my spear. Just remind if I don't mention it later.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Do that.
I will say for brevity, you've picked that up, so that's fine.
Sweet.
Where's me bloody things? There. No, didn't want that.
Right. I'm going to approach, and I think I speak Dwarvish. I'm going to. All the characters here are. All the people here are dwarves, right?
Mostly dwarven around here.
Okay.
Yeah. Just give me one moment to set up this.
Therefore, it's hot, I think. Like 15 times. No, I mean, I feel like
What the fuck is my phone?
good. No, I did not make it. Fuck off. Oh my god, I'm full PNT. I want to kill. I want to kill.
What's that?
I want to kill things. Yes, that is. So don't upset me, because I will kill you. Love you.
Okay. So yeah, you see these two dwarven males attending to the straps of the bears and so on as you approach. If Saj, you want to go ahead and describe your character as the group approach?
Yeah, sure. So, as you're coming over, is tending to one of the bears, quite tall for a dwarf, the whole 5 feet, quite a stocky bloke, got a lute strapped to his back, big chunky cigar in his mouth, a twinned feather cap on his head, and he's got a basic studded leather armor with a nice big shiny brass belt buckle around the front. And he just slowly to the bear, calming it down.
Never seen a dwarf musician that wasn't playing the drums.
It's all about the loot.
I call out and say, "Hail and well met" in Dwarvish.
I'll almost pronunciations a little bit off. Pronunciations are a little bit off, but 2.
Yeah, I haven't spoken Dwarvish in some time. Are you from Craghammer?
Yeah, let's just from here and there.
Well, can't say we're any different. We were wondering, do you need your journey up? Is it south? Joran's north of Craghammer,
Yeah,
right?
it is,
Or
yeah.
of Westerns, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you need protection? For your
Well, protection, but you want to speak to Obby? Yeah. Show. Yeah. I'll just turn around. Obby! Asking if we need protection. Think he means the sword and steel type and not the other type.
You mean to say the people are just coming around here and they're bugging us? I mean, the people. Oh, good night. Sorry. Good night, darling.
Good night.
You mean to say people are coming around here bugging us again? Ugh. I mean, we could use with muscle. Do they look tough?
Clarence steps forward and kind of puffs out his chest.
I lift him up so everyone can see him.
Who's that? Sorry, is that the gnome, is it?
Yeah.
He's about 15 years old in gnome years.
No, he's 37.
Yeah, but like in gnome years, you're an actual child.
Yes, I am. Well, no, I'm like I'm a young adult, like an old teenager.
Okay.
I'll just speak back into and say, well, this little one here looks like the scab of a troll's what?
Oh, you're lucky I don't understand you.
Ugh, I can't be worrying about little ones if it's gonna cause us problems. Well,
Are you
what
saying this in
about the-
Dwarvish or in common?
they're in common.
I can look after myself. I'm strong and big.
And you
He
see
is
him
very
like
vicious.
come around the other side of the bear, and he kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, if you're able to carry big hammer, I'm sure you're quite tough."
I pull out my hand axe.
Sharp axe. Okay, I mean, you haven't even bothered to say hello. You haven't come over, asked how I was doing, if business was going well, or anything like that, but sure, why not?
I'm sorry. My father raised me better. I'm sorry. I should have. How are you doing?
Well, my wife left me. Business is going under. We were attacked by werewolves.
That's a
Everyday
kick in the
stuff.
Oh no. Well, you've got us now. We'll look after you. And I sort of climb up him and give him a hug.
Kind of like is like this weird, awkward, stiff mess. It's just like looking like the rest of the group. Well, I guess we are now pretty much ready. Perhaps we should go on our way, Fagrim.
Well, if we are taking them, they're not taking any payoff what we're already getting. All right, they're not
Yes.
taking a cut from the
If-
deliveries.
If
Just so you know.
anything, they can be used as cannon fodder.
Oh, great
Is
idea.
that food?
Yes, little one. Food.
You-
Yes.
You're going to feed us?
Yes, we
Oh,
are
that's-
going to feed you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. We'll leave shortly. Make sure you're ready. Okay. So you choose to travel with the convoy of silver ore distribution to Westron with Fargrim and Obi. The road's long, as you well know. You've travelled pretty much through the Bramble Woods for some time, previous couple of nights ago. The night does swiftly fall on you. The waning gibbous beams from the sky. The stars twinkle. And you find a nice place to rest. Let me just move you to that map. Don't want to trade. So, as you prepare, is anyone preparing anything or doing anything while you're getting ready to rest for the evening?
Other than setting watches, I don't think.
I'm going to train my cat before I go to bed.
Can
Okay,
I
well-
talk to a bear?
You can talk to the bear.
Thank
First of all, I will need you to make a animal handling check.
Is this me?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, these are big. These are bigger than regular bears that you've come across before, but they're also much more docile than you see before. To the extent where, like, one of them looks very sort of dumb-witted and is kind of like drooling from one corner of its mouth, and its claws you can see are filed off, like they're almost rounded rather than claws. Kind
It's
of.
a dirty 20.
Yeah, it lets you pet it quite. It kind of tilts its head so you can get behind the scruff of its ear. Like really digging. You kind of begin to hear like that tapping of its back leg as you get that nice sweet spot.
Okay, yeah. Best friends for life.
Summer, what are you training your cat to do?
I want to try and get it to disappear again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
Oh,
You spend the good part of like 30-40 minutes. Like you begin calmly and like cutely, like almost like you have the patience for the cat. And you start off with the come on, you can do it. Like blink. Like be gone now, or like has vanished, and you like try and reel off all these like words that you think could be like magical terms or like good command words to use. Nothing happens, but the more the time goes on and on, you like become more like agitated by it, to the point where you're just like vanish, like just shouting random things, and the cat just looks at you, tilts its head, flops on its rear, and begins to clean itself.
Use pepper.
Ah,
Sprinkle some pepper to make him sneeze again.
no, that's just cruel.
But you've got to make him sneeze. It's the only way it
I'll
works.
make you sneeze, you dwarf. You're not a dwarf, you gnome.
No. I run behind the bear.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? No.
I want to investigate what's up with these bears.
Okay. Go
Why
ahead.
they're so big, why they're so docile.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a nature check if you like.
Drugs.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're just like roided up and then given like loads of opium or something.
No, you can't work it out. They just seem dumb as fuck.
I might ask if I can't figure it out. I'll probably ask Fargrim.
Sure.
What's up with the bears?
They're just big bears.
How come they're so big?
And I'll go up and I'll start scratching one of the chins because they're so soft and so strong.
You'd see it kind of
They
like
just-
lean in. It's like,
And they're very personable. Most of the bears, I say most, all but 3 of the bears I have met in my life have not been this friendly.
Well, you've never met these bears. These descend from the cavalry bears, or so I'm told.
Delicious.
I'm still scratching its nose.
Oh, maybe I should get myself a cavalry lion.
Did you say
Fair
this
enough.
out loud?
I think I say it, but like hide my mouth from Kega so she can't see what I'm saying.
Okay. So, if there's nothing else, you guys sort yourself out a hearty piece of a hearty meal before you go to bed, and Obi actually prepares it and like hands each one like of you a bowl of this like bean stew, and it gives it a little bit of a kick. It's like a little bit spicy, but not too much. Like a really tomatoey based. Okay. Does everyone get stuck in other than the 4 I mentioned?
Yeah, I give some to the bears.
Okay. Bear
I'll
like
stop him.
bear.
No. They're on a strict diet, and they're not having Obi's cooking. Come on.
Can I sleight of hand?
You could try.
Mm.
Go ahead and do a perception then, Saj, if you're.
Myself good at perception or not. I do shit at that. Oh, what happened there? Anything? Oh, it's just coming with errors, Nick.
I haven't got anything through yet.
Are you coming with errors?
Is it not working?
Just keeps coming with errors and skill checks and stuff.
Okay. What are you clicking? The sheet or the?
The sheet itself.
Huh. Let's have a gander.
Yep.
Let's see if I can do it. Works for me. I don't know what's gone on there. Let's see if
Sent you a screenshot of it so you can see
Oh,
it.
I think I know why. For some reason, you are no longer
That one doesn't count.
part of it. Hold on. Let me see if we save it now. Does that work for you? Close down the sheet that you've got open and reopen it and see if that works. I think.
Aha. There it is.
No, I know why. You've got two sheets open.
Ah.
That's why.
Yeah, I seem to also have access to his sheet as well.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's. You're using the one with your token on, aren't you?
Blue one. So I quickly created the blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Even Stevens.
I'll do that. Just make sure you use the right one, even though you've got access to both. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Oh, even Stephen. I would say as Fargrim knows these bears, and you've just tried to feed the bear, he sees your sleight of hand.
Okay.
He sees you like go in for like a sly behind the back kind of feed.
Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna wave my finger at him and say, "No, no, please. If you want to leave here with gold, please don't feed our bears."
I didn't realise we were getting paid.
Well, let's just say, way with Odie, if you do your job properly, there might be a little bit in it.
Can I have a bear?
No. When you say a little bit of gold, how much are we talking here?
I'm talking whatever you can get off him. I said anything until I've gone to the tavern, because trying to get anything out of him is like trying to get blood.
Well, he hasn't met me yet.
She can be very persuasive.
And let's just say that he will win a staring competition with a wall.
Maybe we just tie him down and torture him.
There's no accounting for stupidity.
He likes that though.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just ask him about like his ex-wife leaving him and stuff like that. Get him to open up, and then maybe we can squeeze the money out of him. Ask how his business is doing. Get him on.
I have to make small talk? Oh, fine.
You're better at it than I am.
And isn't that worrying?
Sorry, DM.
Mm-hmm.
In this convoy, is it just us and the two dwarves?
It is just you and the two dwarves and these three large bears carrying.
So there's like no other employees or anything like that.
There's
It's
no
just
other employees. You have to remember, you probably would you would probably cotton on that. Even like an uneducated guess would be that many people died from not only the night of the festival, but the night of the circus werewolf attack. So there probably was more, and they're now the last remaining. But the silver has to be distributed, and gold has to be collected.
Fargrim, what happened to all your employees? Why don't you guys have any friends?
Friends. You not see my 4 friends next to me?
The bears and your other dwarven friend.
Yeah, Bluey, slightly Goldie, and Brownie.
But you so what's their names? Bluey, slightly Brownie.
Slightly Goldie and Brownie.
Who's the one? Who have I made friends with?
Which one would you have liked to make friends with?
Bluey.
Okay. Please don't break Sag. Okay.
One's which though?
Do I get 3 guesses?
My God.
Where's the masking from?
So, you discussing the whereabouts of
Nouns are masking
his
from.
friends and whatever else is going on with bears. Obi's like, "Come on, please. I've spent long time cooking and you won't even eat. Come on, we must rest. It's getting late."
I bet his cooking is the reason his wife left.
Yes.
Did you say that out loud?
Yep.
Okay. You see this like twitch of Obi's nose, and like his left eye begins to squint a little bit, and he kind of swiftly like spins on the heel of his foot, and his arm goes up to his face, and like that's about it. Anything else before you rest, guys?
DM, how far away are we from the druid?
From where you remember, you've probably passed by where you kind of remember them being about an hour and a half ago.
You sent it to me.
Okay. I say we eat up and set watch then, guys.
Okay, if you take your watch, who's taking which watches? Make sure you've got your order.
I'll go for first watch.
So is that Summer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll take second.
Well, are we going in twos? Because there's enough for us to do 2 at a time.
Fair. I'll go on first with Summer then.
Me and Bluey will take second.
Oh, sorry, no bed dog's having a drink.
Okay, so the night begins to take watch. If you, Summer, and Goblana can make your perception rolls.
Really good.
Oh.
Goblana falls asleep.
God damn it! While she falls asleep, I'm gonna hide some of her shit in the these weird crates.
Are you doing
Are
this
they?
sneakily?
No, I'm just gonna fucking start hiding her shit.
Okay. Additionally, then
I'm asleep on a crate, by the way.
you can make another perception check then, Ellie, but with disadvantage as you're asleep.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
15.
Fuck's sake.
Can I wake up, slap
Yeah,
her, and just
yeah.
like turn around and like cuddle up to my belongings?
Okay. So the night goes by relatively smoothly. And nothing else seems to occur. If you wake the next watch,
Clarence and Bluey.
For fuck's sake.
And that Bluey doesn't wake up for anybody.
yeah, he's
Well, no,
still
we-
like snoring.
Can,
as...
can, Can I roll disadvantage because we're just playing?
For fuck's sake.
We're just frolicking around.
Frolicking.
Absolutely. If you're too preoccupied, you can most certainly roll with disadvantage.
6.
Yep. Doesn't seem to be much going on.
Apart from loads of fun.
Yeah.
You don't even get round to waking up the next group.
Oh my god.
They stir and they see you in bear hugging this bear,
looks-
but your
it looks
arms
like the
don't
bear's
get
trying
around
to
its
maul me.
necks. Yeah.
Yeah. If they wake up and see this, they're going to be concerned.
The bear is completely asleep though, but you're still moving. You're still moving its paws around, it's actually playing with you, but it's not. It's asleep.
We're
Oh, yeah.
all going to die.
To be honest, it's just like me in real life.
You can even I would imagine. I'm guessing it's Jirax and Fargo's next term for the checks. You can actually hear Clarence going "rah" as he's patting himself on the head with the bear claw.
And I'm just hugging it saying, yeah, I love you too.
Okay, then please, Jirak and Fargwin, if you are on your watch, can you roll your perceptions? Yeah. Just see it's still playing up. Sag?
Got this image of him going "Roar" with the bear.
Roar!
Tickled me. Oh. Protecting me now.
Is it working? Hello?
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Talk.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Sag, are you doing your perception check?
Am I on watch? Am I? I was
I believe
asleep.
so. Oh.
As far as I was aware, I invited these to look after me.
Fair enough. If that's how you feel, absolutely. You have
I
that.
can just have Kegger make the. Because I'll be on board.
I'm asleep.
Okay,
Yep.
no worries. That's fine. That's fine.
If she's smelling, then she has.
It's now the fact that Clarence has moved his token onto the bear. God.
Oh yeah, I'm out cold.
So your watch, Ollie.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anything straight away, but Kegger's reaction to something in the distance allows you to see a bit further into the wood line. Even though it's still night and it's dark, the bright light from the waning gibbous manages to beckon down enough light for you to see this in the distance. About 50 to 60 feet away from you, you see a naked human male running through the woods, just booking it as fast as his legs will carry him. And about an hour or so passes as this happens, and you're still confused by the fact that you've just witnessed.
He doesn't even respond to us. He runs straight past.
He's literally about 50 to 60 feet away from you. He's not screaming or shouting. He is literally butt naked, just booking it about 50 to 60 foot away from the camp. And I mean, it's confusing because you're in the middle of nowhere.
And it's not a normal thing to see,
It's not
no
a
matter
normal thing
what.
to see. But about an hour or so passes, and you see in the direction from which the naked human ran from 10 wargs dashing in the same direction. One warg stops and begins to sniff the air. If you make a stealth check for me, please.
While I make a stealth check, can I use my my readying a charge thing?
Mm-hmm.
There's a name for it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You're charging. Yeah.
Stealth check.
Okay. Do you want to make one for Kegger as well?
There you go.
Okay. One sniffs, and at first you think, no, he's not seen you or not catched anything, and then you hear a and the rest of the wargs begin to sniff the air, and you see these reflections of these like glowing eyes from the moonlight look at you as they begin to charge.
Oh, not again.
I'm gonna send Keg around to basically jump on everyone one by one, and wake everyone up while I sort of line the defense, get between them and the people sleeping.
No worries. Roll your initiative. Don't forget to click on your token as you do so.
It's kicking off.
Oh no, Keg. Oh wait, no. I remember. I picked this for this exact reason. I have a war horn. That's what I'm going to be using first turn, I think.
Hello.
Come in.
Oh, I've just read. As a third level ranger, I can tell if a beast is affected by magic. Can I tell if those bears are affected by magic?
What, the bears?
Yeah, just like rewinding a bit.
Yeah,
But could I tell?
Doesn't seem to be any magic.
Okay.
Just leave my bears alone.
I'm just having a look.
Fuck's sake.
I probably I imagine Jarek can tell that just going up to it and just clean. The big hefty sniff.
Okay, so you guys wake up as these wargs are barking and yelping as they're rushing towards you. You ready yourselves as quickly as you can, given the circumstances. 3 of these 10 wargs seem to be maimed or bitten. One round the front of the leg, another around the torso, another has portion of its ear ripped off, and the others foaming at the mouth, each barking at you. Sorry, that was Jirak. Your turn.
So is that where they are?
Yeah, sorry, hold on, let me move a few as they would have come out of the woods a bit.
Okay. Right, so I assume the ones with the red dots are the wounded ones.
It would appear so, yeah.
I am going to step here, make an attack with advantage because it hasn't acted yet. So, spear. Oh, sorry, do they count as beasts?
Wargs are, I think,
monstrosities.
Because I remember you said they spoke a language, and that doesn't sound very beasty to me. Yeah, so 10 piercing damage on that one. And if it dies, then I will bonus action ready a charge against that one there. Otherwise, I will just prepare myself, basically.
No, you managed to make a good bit of like damage to it, but it doesn't seem to harm it enough to kill it.
Mhm.
But it definitely gives a true yelp of pain.
Then I will bonus action Warhorn just to wake everyone up. If that's the bonus action, that is. Just sort of quick toot.
Okay. Then it will be Kegger's turn.
Okay, Kegger is going to, I think, jump in on the one that on that one. So Rans is going to try and get a claw advantage because it hasn't acted yet. That, and then if it survives, it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Yep. Do that. And 11.
That fails, so it is knocked prone, and Kegger gets to bite it. Well,
Okay.
that's meant to be an advantage, but I assume 17 hits anyway. For another 8 piercing damage.
Sure you don't want to roll again, just in case of crit?
Oh yeah.
No. So 8 points of damage. As Kegger sinks her teeth into this warg, it kind of just almost yelps like a squeal yelp and just goes limp in her mouth.
Nice. Then Kegger is going to run around this side just to get in the way of. No, so I don't get flanked. That's going to be Kegger's turn.
No worries. Kuplana.
Okay. DM, what's the weather conditions at the moment?
Clear sky.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna climb on top of this bear by here. Would I be able to stand on the back?
You'd probably need to make a dex save. It's asleep for stars.
Okay, on top of the box.
On top
then.
of the bear. Yep, okay. Yeah, I'd say you get on there.
And then I would like to use Cool Lightning
Okay.
and put it right by here.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets all 3 of those in a 5-foot radius.
Yep.
And it's a dex save. For all 3.
Mm-hmm. 16, 10, and 18. So 2 are fail, 1 are succeed.
Cool. So 1 takes. Are we rounding up or down?
We'll round down.
Round down. So that's 9 points to one of them, and then 19 to the others.
We'll do Okay. They're out of nowhere. These beasts just go into a blind panic of shock where this lightning has come out of nowhere. Panic and look around a bit in shock. Clarence.
Shael should be before me.
Yeah, I know. I think I haven't done something. Why haven't I done descending? So, oh God, I missed the walks. Yeah. My God. Right, we'll do the walks and then we'll do Sheo, and that should go round.
Yeah.
Other than summer, that's fine. I've had a long day, please.
I'm judging.
Where are we? Walks. Okay, so one will come round the side to Dirac, one will rush to Summer, one will rush to Obi.
Fuck's sake, Obi.
I will say 2 rush for Obi, actually. Another for Kega. I will say that one starts to make its way to Summer, doesn't get there. No, do you know what? This one might be able to get on there. Let me just do a check for him. Yeah, get up there with a 17. That's fine. Okay, and they each growl and bark at you as they attempt to bite you. One, 2 for Kega. One for Durac. One for Summer. One for Fargwin. So, oh crikey. So Kega, 22 to hit.
Yeah, that does it.
You're not gonna like this because the second one is a crit.
Oh dear.
Jesus. So that is 18. That is 19 points of piercing damage and a strength saving throw.
Good boy. Good at these though.
Okay, good. Yep. That's
Is that
it's
both attacks
2. Yeah,
combined?
both attacks. Yeah.
Thank God.
Jesus, they rolled really well. Dirac, 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's 7 points of damage.
7 points damage.
17 for Obi. Oh, jeez. You see, as Kega gets attacked by these 2 beasts, the one jumps on top of Obi and just like starts tearing at his chest. And you can see Obi's like, "No, please help." And Summer, unfortunately, you took a crit for 25.
Fuck you. I don't accept it. No.
16 points of damage, piercing damage, and a DC saving throw 13, please, of strength.
1 sec. How much damage did I take?
15, 16. piercing damage. 14 plus 2.
And the strength save.
Strength save DC 13. Will be knocked prone.
Brilliant.
You're alright, you're good. Okie dokie. In that case, it is Shael's turn.
According to Shael's messages to
Mm-hmm.
he will cast Mage Armor upon himself,
Mm-hmm.
and as a bonus action, perform a Blade Song.
Okay.
And he will engage this one, but can't do much else until his next turn.
Okay. Good to know. Fargrim.
Ah, balls. Oh, there's one behind me.
Yep.
Charming. I'm gonna spin round, and I am gonna with my quarterstaff.
Ooh.
No, I'm not.
How is that possible?
Definitely not a good match.
I need to bring up my. That's
Just-
one thing I didn't get prepared is my failure sheet.
Just so you know, this is just the luck of golf group. I carry it for my group.
Fine ambassador.
Sheet. Critical miss. So,
If you've ever watched me in the DMs game, I never roll higher than a 10.
do you want to roll a d20 for me, please, Fargrim?
No. Oh, I've done it the wrong way around. So 1d209.
10. 10. Oh, okay. You hit an unintended foe in combat, randomizing all combatants within 5 feet. You roll a second attack roll. And if you beat their armor class, you were intended. Okay. So go ahead, and I will say, because the closest person to you
Not Brownie.
is Goplana, is the closest combatant to you, we'll count that. So if you go ahead and roll another attack roll.
I'm squishy. Don't do this.
Hey, you jumped on a box.
I did.
Can I change my attack to a healing word?
No. Good try.
Worth a try. Natural one.
Oh, that was
A 4.
that was good.
Look at that, 3 natural ones.
Jesus, that's really.
Does he have to
bad.
roll again on the failures?
No, the 4 was
The one
another
left.
So that was right. That's fine. Okay, fine. You miss, but your weapon does fly out of your hand and like ricochet off the side of the box of Goplana. But it does this strange thing where when it hits the box, it kind of bounces back, and you manage to catch it.
Meant to do it.
Roll performance.
Skills.
Roll performance.
All
I
right.
think that's deception, is it not?
Well, he's trying to style it out, so I don't know. What would you?
Goplana,
I'll
please.
take a bow and jazz hands.
Oh, again.
Yeah, we might as well. We're in
That
order now.
is that's Obi there, right?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna put another. Just making sure. Yeah, I'm gonna put another lightning bolt because I can cast them for up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put another one there so it doesn't hit anyone of
Okay.
ours
Okay.
and get them.
If you get it here, you might be able to get both this one, the one that has the injury, and this one.
Yeah, I'll do that one then.
Mhm.
As long as it doesn't hit Kegger, I don't care.
Shouldn't do. Should be fine.
Oh, generous of you, Nick. Telling him where to hit.
I know.
Well.
If you hit Kega, she might die. So
If you hit
Avoid
Obi,
that,
he will
please.
die.
Someone save Obi. For fuck's sake.
What is it? It's Dex, isn't
DC
it?
14. Yeah.
And that is both fail that. It was a 9 and a 6.
That's nice. 8 points of damage to both, please.
Yay.
I'm also going to, as a bonus action, call forth a healing spirit. Which gives you so it's I think it was a sprite that I decided on last time I looked at this. A dryad.
Dryad.
So
It's almost like a tree person, isn't it?
yeah.
Cool.
It appears in a space that is a 5-foot cube that I can see within range. Looks like a transparent beast or fey of my choice, so dryad. Until the spell ends, whether you or a creature I can see, moves into the spirit space for the first time or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 points.
Where do you want it?
Right next to Obi, and try and heal him up.
Okay, that's the best I can do for your dryad-y thing. So
That's cool. I'm Groot.
indeed,
That's what made that
quite
beautiful, like.
literally. So you use that. Is that 4 healing points? Is it?
4 points of healing at the moment.
Okay, better. You hear him with like, "Oh, thank you, tree." Summer.
You're welcome.
So she's gonna put the cat on top of the box, put a treat in front of it, and tap its head and say, "Stay."
That'd be an action.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna spend a key point, bash the shit out of this thing in front of me.
Holy shit! Go ahead and roll your 1d20.
Punch
There is a
yourself in the
chance you
face.
shoot yourself, just so you know. So you might actually get the shit literally bashed out of you.
15. Okay. Can you roll a Constitution saving throw DC 15? As you swing your weapon and you feel your arm go poing as a muscle is pulled.
No.
You are. Or the strain of combat causes you to pull muscle. Or your movement and dexterity modifier is halved. So whatever your dexterity mod is halved. You have disadvantage on any ability checks that require any body strength, lower body strength, until you have completed a long rest or receive magical healing. So, you miss.
Well, can I use my extra attack that I get with my level 5?
You can do your
So I
second
completely-
unarmed strike, yeah.
Completely forgot that I had it.
You've used your key point, so you get 2 unarmed strikes. So the first one that hits, so you can do the damage for that, but the second one misses.
Yeah, I've already rolled that one.
Yeah.
And then I've got the extra attack.
Oh, your extra attack, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm guessing I can only use one arm.
Well, actually, because your action was not an attack action, I'm not entirely sure you can use your extra attack, because your extra attack is part of your first action.
Is it?
Unless I'm wrong.
No, I think, so you can only, if you use your attack action in your first attack, you can...
It's then an extra attack as a secondary attack.
Oh, yeah, it does say that.
Oh, no, are we level 5?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Someone's about to become a lot more effective. All of a sudden.
we rolling for health, or do we take the average?
No, you can roll. If you
I
you use the macro, it's way easier. If you click on your token,
I don't
and
know.
do
I don't know
death
if I've done
saves
it
and
really.
initiative, you can literally roll hit dice, and it'll do the hit dice. Re-rolling any ones, obviously, like that ones.
Where's the macro?
If you click on your token, you should have on the screen on the top left-hand corner, it say death saves and initiative. If you click on that, something will pop up in the chat.
Ooh.
And then you just click the one that says hit dice.
4.
You
Nat
can
1.
re-roll, that's a nat 1. So re-roll, do it again. There you go.
6.
That's the 6th today.
I know, it's awful.
Hold on.
Especially
Why
when
is it
rolls
rolling?
are rolling.
It's rolling a 1d4.
Yeah, that's meant to be a D12.
Yeah.
You might want to fix that.
What's going on? I don't.
Hi guys.
Just just roll your hit dice on your character sheet.
9.
Okay. Oh, wow. There's me panicking about being unprepared. Okay.
Oh yeah, I've got an extra attack. Hold on. That's level 5. Okay.
Okay. Kegger.
Kega is going to I think attack the wounded one
Mm-hmm.
with a bite.
I mean, they're all pretty much wounded now. You've managed
Oh,
to.
okay.
Well, apart
Are
from
they
the one
all
next,
around
apart
you
from
then?
this one hasn't had any attacks yet.
Well, I'll attack the one with the red dot anyway.
Okay.
May as well. 10 basic damage.
Nice.
And then I believe if it's still alive, that's annoying.
Doesn't look good though. If anything, you've ripped open the wound more that was existing.
Okay, no. Keg is going to stay there. Jurek will fix her health problem on his turn. Yeah. Then.
Okay. Clarence, you find this overwhelming pool of new energy.
Yeah, it's and speed. 1 second, sorry.
It's because you were feeding the bear, playing with the bear.
Yeah, that's what made me level up. It was the extra experience points from making a new friend. Okay, so I've got an extra 10 foot of movement, which is awesome. That's a whole 35 feet. Okay, so what's going on? How is Kega?
From your perspective, it's hard to
Yeah.
say.
But she's still alive.
She's
Alive? But
Yeah.
kind of limping. One of her paws is kind of like not really touching the floor very much. It's kind of almost like she's limping or trying not to put weight on.
Who critted on her?
One of the wolves.
Which one? Did I see which one?
Nope.
Oh, you little shit. I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
Over here, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna smack this one.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm gonna also recklessly attack.
Ooh.
Because no one
Ooh.
bites. No one bites an animal.
Because barbarian do. Okay. Go ahead and make that attack.
Oh, hold on. I need to that.
The sum up card reader makes.
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that?
Pop up.
No need.
Okay.
Yeah, with your Game of Thrones spoilers.
I didn't say anything.
That's a dirty 20
Yeah, that hit.
Didn't
for 15 damage.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, you beat it with your hammer, but it kind of just barks and snaps at you in retaliation.
I bark and snap back, but
Jirak.
Right. Jirak is going to enact some vengeance, I feel. So, bonus action, he is going to extend the reach of his spear by 5 feet. And in doing so, be able to reach this one over here, over the top of Kega, and try and stab it.
Well, 20 a hit.
7 points of damage.
And yeah, you kind of bellow over in true kind of almost 300 style. You just plunge your blade into the warg, setting it to rest.
Were it not so far away, I would spit on its corpse. I think, yeah, I only got one attack. Beast Conclave Ranger. Yeah, that will be my. Actually, yeah, that'll be my turn. I was going to say I'll move between Kega and that guy, but there's not really space.
Sure. Then in that case, Summer, if you would do Laurel, please.
Yes. She's gonna join everyone up here. She's feeling a bit lonely.
Okay.
And then she will use her short bow to attack this one.
Okay. What's the range on that?
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, I have two numbers. One will be the short range, one regular range, and then the other will be its long range.
I don't know where to look. Where am I looking?
On its weapon, on the weapon itself.
Just says 80 and 302.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Nope. Kind of just
dear.
fungs into the ground next to where Shayal is, missing his toes by inches.
God damn it.
Okay, then the wargs.
There we go. Hi, party dies and I stay alive. I'm robbing your corpses, just so you know.
Do you say that in character?
Well,
Obviously.
he
Okay.
is also trying to convince us that he purposefully attacked Lana, so it's in line.
One moment.
Sorry, DM.
Yes.
Do any of us have an idea of how much this ore costs?
A lot of money.
Okay, so there's just the party and these two people we don't know who have just said they want to kill us.
Fight you want, the fight you'll get.
Right, okay, let's do this. So
Click my fingers and the three bears start attacking.
Jirak.
Bluey doesn't. Bluey's my bestie now.
Kega. Shayal. Summer. And Fulgrim. One,
Damn,
two,
I was
three,
really
four,
hoping you
five.
wouldn't say my name.
Right, so let's start. We'll do Kega with an 8 misses.
Thank God.
Jirak with a 7 misses. Summer with a 10 misses. Shayel with an 11 misses. Obi.
No pressure.
Oh, Obi with a 10 misses and does a 16 hit Fargrim.
Yes.
That's 14 points of piercing damage. And roll a strength saving throw DC 13.
Rather
Sweet.
not.
That's what you get for being a dick. Says Clarence in character.
Again.
Yep, you're fine. Okay. The thing kind of grabs your thigh, your dwarven thigh, and kind of like whips it around almost like some sort of chew toy as you rip your leg away from it.
Ouch.
Okay. Shael.
Shael. Oh, no, I need to read his messages.
Oh, do I go with?
Shael is gonna firebolt this one.
Oh, okay. It's probably a good choice in fairness.
+6 is. I'm going to do it as a rapier attack because he hasn't got fireball set up.
Okay. Same mod, is it?
It's the same to hit mod, yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
17.
Yep.
And the damage on that bad boy is. With he's 5th level now, isn't he?
Yep.
So let's do 2d10.
Oh, 5th level. I wish I was 5th level.
15 points of damage.
Yeah, nice. Okay. And if that's everything, Fargrim then.
Okay, so Fargrim is going to cast a word upon down here. Who got hit down here?
No one. Apart from the Wogs.
Obi and Keg.
I'm going to cast it on myself.
Stop metaing, you lot.
So that's 7 on myself.
Yep.
I'm going to attack that warg next to me with...
Nope.
Hit myself. I'm ferocious mockery in these next turn. I don't care.
Okay. Koplana.
Hello. Sorry, I was too busy plotting how to overthrow people. How
I
long's
can't
it
play
been?
with your
Would you
group,
say?
Nick.
Sorry?
How long's it been since I cast the spell? How many?
Two rounds since then. So I think you've got.
If
how
it
many
lasts for
rounds
10
is it?
minutes.
Oh, yeah, she's still got plenty of time.
Cool, I'm gonna put it in between these two then.
A round is 6 seconds, just for future reference.
Yeah. You got
So that would last
loads of time.
100 rounds, I think.
Yeah.
And if we ever get to combat that lasts 100 rounds, then well, I don't think you're worried about the spell.
Yeah. Wonderful. So we I'm gonna chuck it between these two by here so it doesn't hit any of my colleagues.
Okay.
7. You really make me like this. Okay.
2 will succeed, 1 will fail.
To succeed, then it is 3 points of damage to each. And then, as my bonus, I'm gonna have Mizrayad go to about by So we can get some. Yeah, just go to about by here.
So you want him to spookily, wispily go through
Hell
the
yeah.
crowd to there.
And then it's a D6 of healing. Again.
And that's for
And
Summer.
Oh no, it's too far away. Sorry. Okay, cool.
Okay. Summer.
There.
Don't forget
Good
your
evening.
4 points of healing from Goplana.
Oh wow!
Pay
Brilliant. So we're just gonna try and boot this one in front of me in the face.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your 1d20 again.
Just a bunch of wargs, guys.
Yeah. Oh, how did you die? Wargs. This was meant to be easy.
Is that 20 the one where you shit yourself?
Yeah.
Let's no.
It actually is.
Are you fucking joking?
This is the wording.
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
So I just pissed myself or shit myself in front of everyone.
Well, roll a d4. See if you shit yourself.
Odds are number 2s. Yeah. You see this dark patch of like curved clothing just like appear and spread down one half of her leg.
Does it attract the wargs?
Can see them like sniffing a bit.
For fuck's sake.
It's like when dogs mark the territory. You're like claiming yourself as the alpha.
Actually, I'm going to do another roll. Let's just see what they were.
They run away with fear. They run away with fear.
Well, she's a tiefling.
And I've just pissed myself.
Yeah, but it's probably
not
sulfur piss.
sulphurous.
The one nearest to you doesn't like the smell. Is a bit sort of like almost backing its head away, but obviously it's not its turn yet. So
Right.
Okay, so that one's dead. Kenga is going to attack this one here. Bite.
Yep.
12 points piercing. And I think now she's going to just take a couple steps back because she's in killing range, unfortunately. Yeah, she's going to run right back here. Obviously taking an opportunity attack.
Yeah. $15, so that's a hit, isn't it?
That it is, yeah. She doesn't go anywhere. She's gonna
That's 12 points piercing.
She's down.
Okay.
Not enough to kill her outright.
Nope.
Because we've had that discussion before. But yeah, she Kega falls unconscious.
Okay. Clarence.
With the sight of Kega going down, Clarence is going to get angry. And he
would like to rage.
No, not like that. He's like, oh, is it okay if I rage? I feel quite perturbed, and he is going to recklessly attack.
He kind of reminds me of Inej.
Who's this? Is this a nice person? And he's going to recklessly attack. That's a 15.
Yep.
Does that hit?
Yes. Yeah, that hits.
For the terrible 6 points of damage. And then he's going to attack again.
Cool.
That's a
Yes. Yes. To be fair, I won't even. You literally just wail out on this wolf in blind anger and aggression, seeing what they had done to Kega. Just this pulp mess. And he kind of like slams his hammer down, and he is not stopped. Is just like keeps hammering the same area.
Just the rest of the 6 seconds is just smashing this poor warg. That's me done. Thank you.
Okie dokie. Jirak.
Okay, Jirak is going to, seeing as Kega goes down, I think just cast Cure Wounds at first level. Doesn't have anything else. For 8 healing, so she's back up, and then as a bonus action is going to Second Wind and bump his own health back up to top. I think. Oh, actually, wait. No, he's going to bonus action set a charge against that one there.
Okay.
So if it comes within stabbing distance, I get to stab it. Essentially. So Kega gets +8 hit points. Is prone, but there we go. Okay, that's my turn.
Wonderful. Laurel, then please, Summer.
She's just going to try and hit the same one with a crossbow.
Try.
Short bow even. 22!
Yay! Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
Don't
fuck's
forget your
sake.
sneaker damage. She's currently
Who
occupied.
what?
You have an ally within 5 feet of the target. So you have sneak attack.
Oh. What is this?
That's what rogues do.
Oh, I haven't played a rogue, so I
I
don't
think
know.
got another D6 on that now at level 5.
Yeah.
I will add an additional.
Someone else hasn't leveled up either.
See, I give these guys stuff and they don't even take benefit from it.
Yes, yeah, 3D6.
All the time.
Yeah, this isn't even
And
my
uncanny
sheet.
dodge, which is very nice.
Not my sheet. Not my fault.
No worries. Okay, good. At least there was an attack there. So, walks.
Oh, the sneak attack is 3d6.
1 Summer, 2 Shael, 1 Jirak.
If anyone attacks me, it's an advantage.
1 Obi, 1 Fargrim, I think. 1, 2, 3, Fargrim. 4. Jirak, 18.
18 is my new AC, yeah.
11 points of damage.
Okay.
As it tears and hangs onto your leg and starts ripping at your boot.
Bastard. Keeping them out.
Does 14 hit Shael?
14 does not hit Shael.
The one that was attacking Summer with the deterioration of urination actually attacks Shael for 17?
17 does not hit Shael.
Okay.
Jesus.
Shael is a wizard.
24 at Obi. For
Obi!
for 4 points of damage, which puts him back to where he was. And sorry, we will move these other wargs around, and we will do an attack at you, Clarence, after witnessing you just pommel his friend into obliteration. Does a 17 hit?
Of course it does.
Do I get my charge attack from him moving there?
Yes, you can.
Cool. Okay, so charge and spear.
Ooh,
Takes
nice.
18 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, he doesn't manage to attack at Clarence as you charge at him and just throw your attack. Before he kind of rushes towards where Clarence is, it just falls to the ground, like just skids along the dirt a little bit towards him.
Can I use my reaction to smash its head?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okie dokie. And that's the wargs, I believe. Oh no, did we do Fargrim?
Yeah, missed.
Ah, did it? Here we lying.
Of course I am. I've rolled deception.
Sorry, Nick, are the bears just not doing anything? They're seeing everyone being attacked by.
Literally just like they're staring, and it's almost like they're like unsure about what it is that they're meant to do. They're never
wanting the wargs to win.
They've never seen wargs before. You would assume they have no idea what to do in this circumstance.
I said descendants.
Runt of the litter, maybe.
Quite possibly. Okay, and sorry, let's do that one last one because I wasn't sure which roll I did for you. 10 would then miss, I'm thinking, there, Fargrim.
Yes.
Okay, then it's Shael's turn.
Shael is gonna. Let's have a look. Has he got? He's gonna rapier attack. The one in front of him.
Okay.
16 on this one, the injured one.
16 hits. The injured one would be
This one.
comparable with that one. Oh, sorry, very injured.
Yeah. So that's 7 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. Anything else from Shao?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it.
Okay. Fargrim in that case.
Do I attempt another attack with a weapon, or do I simply just give up?
Are you up on the thing?
Yeah, it's up on the box.
Yes, I'm right next to it.
Push it off. I just shout, tug it off!
As he shouts, look over and you what? And I'll run and try and shoulder barge it off the crate.
Okay.
Using my dwarven stature. Do you want strength check? I guess.
Strength, yeah. Or an acrobat, but yeah, strength. That's fine. Yeah. You got a 12. 12, so yeah, you managed to barge him off. Doesn't really fall very far, but.
Bluey, eat it! Bluey, eat it!
He's a vegetarian!
Oh god.
See, like
bears.
as the wargs form like tumbles and rolls towards the bear kind of just like leans forward and like sniffs, like as if it was a dog itself. God, Plana, will you stop it?
Thunderbolting by here. Just to get these two.
Okay.
This whole conversation is in real life. Like, this is what we're saying as we're fighting.
Hmm.
Oh dear. I was skeptical.
They're the fucking hobos. Can never trust them.
You started this. You were the one that said you were going to kill us
If
and
you
take all our
died.
riches.
No, I said if you died.
I still took offence to that.
Which implies you're gonna kill us.
They all succeed. 2 20s and a 16.
6 points of damage each.
Ooh,
And then I'm gonna
that's enough
chuck.
to take one down.
Hell yeah. Then I'm gonna chuck Druid back over to Obi. Dryad over to Obi. I'm calling him Jeeves. Jeeves is the go to Obi.
Oh, sorry, dear.
Gently
When you hit me,
stroking.
how much damage did I take when you hit me?
When?
You hit me before with the 17.
Oh no, Jirak did his charged attack at the beast, so he did.
Of course he did.
Yep.
And
So it died just before it got to your feet.
I like to think of it as him running into my speed.
Yeah, okay.
It's 9 points of healing for Obi.
Okay, good to know.
We might kill him. We're not sure yet.
Just keep him at 0 HP, not dying, but
just
not
just
rare.
there. Okie dokie, Summer.
Can I attempt to smother this thing with my pea-soaked cloths?
It would be an action to do so.
What?
I mean, you're wearing it's your
vile.
clothes, so
You've
Yeah,
got
and
to
I want
strip 'em
to
off.
smother it with it.
See, Obi.
if that's what you wish to do,
Yeah.
okay. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check, I guess. Dexterity, because it's how quickly you could do it, I guess.
For fuck's sake!
No, you go to and it kind of just backs away.
Can I just then backhand it in the
Your
face?
bonus action.
God damn, if I get another fucking natural fucking punch the wall. Hey!
Oh,
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
7.
Nice. Okay. You try and flick your urine-soaked clothes at its form, and it kind of backs away. And as it does, you kind of like jab it as it comes back at you. I think we lost Sag.
Did it run away?
Kega then.
okay. Kega is going to. Seeing as there's not much else to do, I think she's just gonna. Oh, that's the wrong one that we just grabbed. I think is just gonna. Actually, no. Kega's gonna walk into the healing spirit and get a bit of healing. I think. I think that's how healing spirit works. Anyway, isn't it? Is it when someone
at the start of your turn, if you start in the 5 foot radius of it.
Okay.
Or yeah, on starts its turn there.
Okay. Well, Kega is going to move here.
Hang on. Moves into its spirit space for the first time, so it is
Okay. Cool.
cool.
How much is it?
The 1d6. Hang on.
I'll roll it.
8.
Same anyway. Nice. Okay, get a little bit of health back, and then Kega is going to action attack the one that's trying to kill Ollie. Where is it? Oh dear, there we go. 12.
Nope, 13's its armor class.
Oh well. Well, Kega's going to stand there and protect Ollie.
Okay.
Also Ollie.
Clarence, surrounded by dead wargs, mushy heads.
I'm going to walk over the corpses of these dead wargs and attack this one.
Okay.
Recklessly, obviously,
Okay.
because I'm angry.
Yep, 20 or hit.
So 7 points of damage.
Okay. You beat it enough where it begins to limp, and like its shoulder blade is like dislocated, so its head's kind of like hanging awkwardly there. It's almost more like hyena looking than warg looking now.
Well, I'm going to smack it again.
Okie dokie.
I'm not liking how it's looking at me. That is a crit.
For fuck's sake. Yep. Again, he's got like 2 points of. So, yeah, wonderful. You managed to again. You like, Jirat, you just witnessed this small, timid, like gnome boy, as far as you're concerned, go round and literally play whack-a-mole with wargs.
Nicely done.
How much movement have I left? So that was 10 feet. Can I slip and slide across the dead wargs over here?
I guess so.
Thank you. So I just slide across the dead wolves
Mhm.
and end up here.
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity save just to see if you do land there.
Dexterity save.
Yeah, you can most certainly do what you intended on doing, but it's where you end up.
Okay. Don't fuck with. This is what this is. Ah, yes.
Hey, okay, yeah, you managed to get to your intended location.
And I style it out. It's just, it's beautiful what you see. The tiny gnome just gliding across the corpses of the wolves. It's like I'm riding one of them, but just using their blood as.
Use the wave of their blood
to surf a warg skull into the other warg.
Medieval slip and slides.
Jirank.
Okay. There is that one's very clearly, or those two are very clearly covered by our mighty fine gnomish warrior. I will run over this way and attack the one that's been mauling Obby for the last 10 minutes. So not this charge, just a regular spear attack. Oof, 10.
Ooh, no.
The lowest I can roll without shitting myself. And then, as a bonus action, I am going to second wind because I didn't do it before.
Okay.
5 healing.
Okie dokie. Laurel, then, in that case. Summer, please.
She's just gonna short bow it again. That
Generates
same
an
one. Okay then.
Into the ground next to the one that was previously fired and missed.
God damn it.
Okay. warg. And then in that case, 2 at Shael. This one does a run and jump and climbs up there, so 1 for Margaret and 1 for you as well. Shael, Margaret, Jirak. As you come by, clearly done more damage. The warg senses your presence and spins around, attempts to bite you. They all miss. 11, 15, 8, and 9. Okay. So in that case, Shael.
Shael will. He's too close to do any. All right, so got. He's gonna what is it? Booming blade.
Mm-hmm.
Make a melee attack against one creature in spell range. On a hit, target suffers a normal attack, and a green flame leaps to another 5 feet.
Okay.
So. Does he get advantage because I'm flanking?
He does. Although you'd have to kind of position yourself a bit more this way, but yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. So that's a double 23.
Nice, yeah.
For 7 points of damage against this one.
7 points to this one, and then the green flame to the next one.
Sorry, let me just read it again. On a hit, does suffer. Creature takes the fire damage equal to my spellcasting modifier, so that is points of fire damage.
How much fire damage is that? Sorry.
Sorry, 4 points.
4. Okay. Okay. Fargrim. You may be muted.
Sorry. So, who's attacking after me next? Who's this
Goblana
gadget here?
is after you.
They can have some bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
I'm gonna inspire them with a joke. What do you call a lost lycophobe?
I don't know.
A werewolf?
A groan and look to the rest of them and be like, "That's worse than it took me."
I think the wolves get advantage on their save.
I am gonna I'm gonna cast fucking.
Is that a cantrip?
Yeah. Mockery, because I'm missing with everything else, and or it'll make a save, and I'm gonna say to it, your mother takes up more tiles than a gelatinous cube. Yes. For like 1 point of damage, I want to hit something.
Oh, it was a 1 on the save as well. Yeah, you do 1 point in damage. It kind of
gonna
like
wipe my
looks at
shoulders
you
off and be like,
confused.
yeah, I got this. Yeah, no.
Okay,
And with that, the look of fear returns to my eyes.
okay. Goplana.
Cool. I'm gonna strike about by. Yeah, about by here.
Mhm. Sorry, where was that again?
It is about by here, so it hits him, but not.
I got you. Ooh. Yeah. And
Bless you.
Thank you.
oh, 9, so fail.
23 points of damage.
Yeah, you literally see like this bolt of like lightning
Bless you
turn
again.
into
Thank you.
black ash as he just like starts to decay, and you see the ash break away onto the floor.
Is anyone needing healing?
A scale of 1 to 32, I'm a 26. Oh.
You'll be- Anyone else need healing?
I'd love some. I'd love some healing.
Have you also shat yourself? I have no sympathy.
Actually, I peed myself.
The dry cleaner.
Where to are you? Yeah, I can get over there. Let me know when it's your next turn, and you get a 1d6.
It's her turn now. Okay, Summer.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had this. I'm going to use this longsword that I'm hiding. 19.
Oh, hits.
10.
10 points of damage. Yeah, you sliced his mother half. As these 2 pairs of like wall parts just slip and like splot onto the floor.
And someone's going to reach up and start stroking your cat.
Okay. Kega.
Kega is going to, I think, just attack the one remaining morgue.
Yep.
Right. At advantage because of flanking.
Okay. Yeah. 14
Oh,
hit for 12 points of damage. I would say that that's enough. Any last actions from Kega as he rips this one apart?
I think this one's still alive, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus, I completely forgot about that one there. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally just realised as well. I think Kega is going to clamber up the sleeping question mark.
Oh, he's
Bear.
kind of like docile. His eyes are half like open. It's kind of like
Right,
it's
Kega's
almost
gonna
like he's
leap
been
up there.
watching TV for like 10 hours straight, and it's just the occasional raised eyebrow.
Alright, yeah. So Kega's going to leap up there, not do very much, but look threatening, and that'll be our turn.
Okay. Clarence.
Clarence would like to dash
Okay.
up the bear,
Hmm.
through Kegger's legs, and then shove the.
Okay. So contested strength check.
Yes.
Yep.
No, terrible. 16.
No. With the 19 strength, it manages to resist your push as it pushes its shoulders against your hands. Okay.
Is there enough space for me to stay up there?
Barely. I would say at the start of your next turn, you'd have to do a dexterity save.
So I'd have to what?
At the start of your next turn, you may need to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Just to stay on there. Okay, Jirak.
Okay, Jirak is going to run around this, like up here. Bonus action extended is reached by 5 feet, and then try and stab the warg.
Sure, you'd be a bit closer than that, but yeah.
Oh right, yeah, I can't quite see. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, 25 will hit.
25, 11 points piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Laurel, then, if you please, Summer.
It's just oh.
Yep.
17.
17 will hit.
Lovely. 5.
And don't forget your sneak damage. Oh. How would you like this to end?
Oh well, she's gonna aim for its eye.
Just
Fuck
as
it.
simple as that. Shot
Straight
straight
through
through
its
the
eye.
eye as his bolt just plunges. Nice, okay. Wonderful. As the bolt enters the eye of the warg, the surrounding area becomes quiet once again. You seem to have defeated the threat.
Sorry, but there's another threat we need to defeat now. I'm still raging, so can I make a shove action?
At who?
Pardon?
At who are you making a shove action at?
At Fargrim.
Okay.
Oh,
Contested strength.
No.
Oh, you shitbag. I got really excited when I saw the 20, then I realized.
Okay, so you push him off and he lands on the floor.
No, he got 21, I got 16.
Oh, was it the other way around?
Yeah,
No,
I thought it was the other way around.
Oh, okay.
it from the left column.
So I think I just.
Always take it from the left column first, and then you.
Okay. So you got a natural one.
Natural one. Yeah.
One.
Can I then jump on top of him, and then just have my warhammer to his throat and say, "You loot my corpse, and I'll fuck you up." I mean, there is this tiny child gnome with just pulsating veins up his neck and his forehead.
Go ahead.
Just
roll
eyes
an
are.
intimidation check.
Oh no! Can I get advantage on that? Because I'm terrible.
Yeah,
with
you've
intimidation.
thrown him off. You've thrown him off the side of a thing. Yeah, you can have advantage. Absolutely.
I've got -2 on intimidation. Oh, can I use my strength?
Yeah, you're a barbarian. I thought that was a thing anyway. Is it not?
Yeah, but it's just because it's connected to my charisma.
Yeah, that's fine.
My intimidation. So what? Should I just make a strength check as
Yeah, with advantage. That's fine.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, I mean, Fargrim, you're scared as shit. This young boy
a bit
is
terrified.
fucked up.
I want your bear.
I don't own any bears. I don't own any bears.
Yeah, damn fucking straight you don't. They're my bears now. My bears, bitch. My fucking bears! I just walk away. I walk away to Blue and start hugging him.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ.
I'm finally glad, like, he's like shown his true inner self.
Yeah, I've got two alignments. I've got an alignment when I'm not in range, and I'm like a raging alignment and a non-raging.
That's so good. So good.
I've just snuggled up to Blue and gone to sleep.
Okay, right, wonderful.
Lana's gonna walk to
So-
Durak.
I'm leaving him alone. I'm not going anywhere near the little one. I'm gonna sit down, tend to my wounds. More importantly, tend to Kega's wounds.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything before the night's over?
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
Back off
I'm
the
wa-
crate. Put him in my bag.
I'm walking away just saying, what a fucking angry doorstop.
Please don't provoke him. He can and will kill you.
Provoke him. There's a lot of silver in there.
I'm not being funny, but I don't think the party need any provoking. They're just looking for an excuse now.
To be quite honest, I'm pretty sure that Laurel is going to try and sneakily take some out of the crates.
Okay, if you think
That
that would
sounds
be her
like
Lana's
character,
gonna
yeah.
distract as she does.
Go ahead and do a sleight of hand check.
Um,
And Lana distract as she does to get her advantage.
I will say she's already got advantage because there's a shit ton going on.
I was going to say, I'll communicate to Kega to start rolling around on the ground and
hey.
crying in pain.
Yeah. Yeah, she manages, for her size, she manages to get like a very large, like stone, like sized piece of raw ore, silver ore. It's heavy as well. But most certainly put in her inventory pack, large stone, silver, raw ore. Anything else?
Can I see if there's anything on the walls? Like,
There's plenty of meat. You can do an investigation check.
Fuck.
Well,
Yep.
just got off style.
There's plenty of meat, for one. You can look around the dead bodies and parts of the ones that aren't either covered in mange or are ruined by either attack marks from you guys. You could probably estimate by a quick look at it that there's about £5 worth of warg meat there that could be relatively decent to use.
For fuck's sake.
But you also look at it and you can tell that the previous injuries are of a much larger beast than the wargs. Seems to be bite marks of sorts.
Can I try and, using my knowledge of beasts, to try and figure out what that what the biomass might be from?
Of course you can. You can do a nature check.
Ugh.
They're teeth marks of sorts, but you can't really distinguish what.
Can I have
It's
a
a bite of some description.
What was that, Summer?
Oh no. Do you mind if I have a go at nature check?
Yeah, go ahead. Mm. Mm. They're almost hound-like, but it's hard to distinguish its origin.
Werewolf.
Fuck's sake. Okay. As you finish up, you manage to finish off your last bits of few hours rest. You wake up in the morning, and you continue to travel with Obi, disgruntled and mumbling to himself, and of course Fargrim, who's keeping a very clear but cautious eye on Clarence. You travel through the bramble wood with the convoy, and Obi and Fargrim talk about times that they've visited Westron and certain districts and wards that are there and things to do. A few hours pass again, and quickly summons the first quarter moon. Your feet sore and your eyes are heavy. You find yet another location where you can rest for the night.
On the way there, Summer is going to overly exaggerated pretend to faint in front of the entire lot of people.
Go ahead and roll performance check.
Meanwhile, in the background, Lan's going to be slowly filling up the bag of holding with some more.
Oh fuck!
Nope. So you get disadvantage of your sleight of hand check there, Goblana.
This was not the plan.
That's not good.
So
Well, this is awkward.
Obi looks and like, what do you are sure? Why not? Rob us blind. I mean, we're not only just taking you to Westron, for God's sake. Fargrim, what do?
It fell out.
Well, I just rolled a perception and got a natural 20.
Oh dear.
It fell into my hand.
Well, it appears we
We'll
have
set the
a-
little man on you. We'll fucking set him on you.
Yeah, he's a protector.
Right, this is clearly getting out of hand. You're doing us a favor, we are doing you a favor. It is reasonable to expect some level of compensation given last night's escapades. If you guys are prepared to make sure that you look after the assets and not steal them, putting them back in the box, I will make sure when we get to Westron that you are paid for your debts to us. I can give you a nice sum of gold. Given the circumstances, I would say...
Never seen a character move so fast there.
Well, he missed his step.
I would say that a reasonable 50 gold pieces each would be more than compensation for you not to steal our goods.
Jesus Christ.
But if you are caught again,
How'd you do that? That was amazing.
we will make sure that you are not paid, and we will tell the guards at Westron.
That's if you make it there.
Yeah.
I just kind of cock my head and smile a little bit. Maybe you disappear.
Do you not think that there is insurance is in place to make sure that if something was to happen to us, that they would
So
know what caused
You have
it?
life insurance.
Anyway, who said we'd take the ore to a restaurant if we nicked it?
Well, if it doesn't arrive when it's scheduled to, there'll be a search party sent out for it.
Really?
Oh,
For fuck's sake.
How'd you do that? I want to do that.
Hold on to your token and right click, and you can make it like you set a path, and then you can go wee like that. I think we shouldn't, if we're going to take things from these our noble employers, it shouldn't be underhanded. I mean, I'm sure
I-
we paid handsomely on arrival.
I wouldn't say it's underhanded. We're saying it to their face.
I know, but like the definitely not attempt at stealing that has gone on, and the actual stealing that has gone on that Jurek didn't notice is got a 26 sleight of hand. Let's keep it peaceful until we get to the city. We can argue then because there's not a chance of us getting jumped by a pack of wargs.
Look, we understand it is very tempting to take something of value. If it was me in the same boat, I would do the same thing. But please, we're all friends. We come from same place. We've witnessed same horror. Let's not turn against each other. And believe you me, there is insurances in place. If something was to happen to any of us.
Clarence sort of just goes off in a huff and just says, "Still."
Okay. So, the evening undergoes, and Obi prepares the very same bean stew from the night previously. And are we taking the same shift patterns?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Summer and Goplana, please. Okay. And you notice a perched owl up on one of the nearby branches, just kind of eagerly looking over the grounds, trying to spot some prey. Other than that, not much. And time passes, and your watch comes to an end. Who is next on the list?
I think it was Clarence and Bluey.
Okay. So if you're still playing around with Bluey, you can roll at disadvantage.
Fantastic.
Seven.
Yeah. It's to the point where you've kind of managed to find some sturdy sticks, and you've like made like this like tent fort out of bare like under where it's laying. You've kind of propped up parts, and you've made like a tent, but from the bear's like form and body parts.
I'd like to think Bluey knows what's going on. And
He's just letting it happen.
Yeah, because we formed a special friendship.
Okay. But while your watch is taking place, Goplana, would you like to join me in the Whisper channel?
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So, as you sleep, you are comfortable. You fall into a deep, deep sleep until you feel this crawling sensation. As you open your eyes to peek around, you see a green vine cover your mouth, wrap around your torso, and begin to drag you by your feet. You look around, no one seems to respond. You see off in the distance Clarence toying with the bear, and you're dragged through the woods for what almost seems like forever, but soon comes to an end. The vines begin to ease and release you off, and as you stand up to look around, you see the elder, the druid that you'd met previously, days before.
El Shamventra, pleased to see you again.
Indeed, Sister Goplana.
Could have done it a different way than dragging me, but it's nice to see you.
We needed to make sure that we could speak in private without prying eyes.
Right, okay.
As I said, the druid circles would be watching you, and we have been monitoring. Seems that you have had much go on the last few days.
Yeah. It's not been fun, but, you know, bit of gold never hurts anyone.
There is something we would like to bring to your attention. A test, if you will. A test of preservation of life. We see something in you, Sister Goplana, that we have not seen in almost a millennia. Are you prepared?
Depends. What does this entail?
Simple test of your will to prevent life from disappearing from this plane, to nature and nurture all around you.
Right, and not to sound like an ass, but I am a bit of one. What am I getting out of this?
Only time will tell that, sister. And he reaches out and presses his fingers against your forehead. You see the vision of woodland flash and rush past your gaze. The dried out expanse in front of you. The beating hot sun drying out the grass. And in the far distance, you see a dark cloud and the rumbles of a storm in the distance. Go ahead and make a nature check for me.
Mm. 18.
Staring at the storm and the sun, you find yourself focusing and the storm begins to draw closer, passes and blocks out the sun. Rain beckons down on the dried grass, and almost like relapse time, the grass begins to grow and turn green. Your vision flashes again onto the outskirts of the woods. You see a deer curiously approaching the expanse, but stops just outside the area of green grass. Make a animal handling check, please.
18.
Good. You feel a warmth within your heart radiating out towards the deer. The deer perks up, gently approaches, and begins to feed on the grass. Your vision is drawn once again deeper into the woods. You see a gaunt looking wolf slowly pacing and sniffing through the woods. Make a survival check, please.
Not 20.
Your stomach begins to turn with hunger. You have thoughts of food. The wolf seems to catch a trail and begins to run out of the woods, overseeing the deer feeding on the grass. The wolf sneaks up, pounces, and begins to feed on the deer. Its belly grows big, and the wolf begins to drag off the deer. Could you make a strength check for me, please?
Oh, now -1. Come up. 18.
You're nailing this.
I know, right? Never happens to anything else, but you know.
As the wolf pulls at the limp corpse of the deer, the leg tears off, and the wolf carries off the leg to its den. The deer corpse begins to rapidly decompose into the soil, keeping the ground fertile. Your vision fades, returning to witness the elder remove his hand from your forehead, the smile on his face. Well done, child. You have quite a skill and the ability to show the path to nature. The Druid Circle would ask you to continue the birth of life back into the land, wherever you may find it, wherever it may struggle to do so. Do you agree to do this, Kaplana?
What happens if I don't? What
Like,
happens if I miss something?
if you fail, it is unclear. If you refuse, the Druid Circle will continue to search for another. But if our thoughts are right, the individual will also fail, and the circle will continue until life is snuffed out of this plane.
How about we do it in a trial period? if this works out, then sure. But if not, nothing went wrong. I mean, no regrets. You know, I'm taking that as a no. All right.
I would like to give you the entertainment and say that whether you say yes or whether you say no is your own choice. But perhaps you and I already know deep down that your choice is already made for you. We are but the stick with the carrot to help guide you.
All right.
And he lays out this these gifts on like a woven cloth, and you see in front of you 2 stones with faces, pursed lips, large ears. This so you may communicate with your friends if they ever get out of reach. And he passes it to you. Also have this potion. You will know the right time to befriend a majestic creature that will aid you in your path. And this is a potion of animal friendship. Your hands, please, Goplana.
Gingerly put them out in front of me.
A final druid blessing to help with the tasks that may lay ahead. And you feel this warm glow, almost a sensation of home or remnants of a memory you once lost. You learn druidcraft, goodberry, and speak with animals.
Druidcraft, speak with animals, and what was the other one?
Goodberry. And I think okay. Goplana, it is also quite rash to let you know that the Jade Fringe will also help in your journey to Westron. There are many risks travelling through these woods. We would not normally intervene, but you have proven worthy enough to not risk your life this early on. You and your party may use the great vined gates to get you to where you need to go. And you kind of beckons his hands out, and you see the same expanse that you was in but a few days ago, with the 4 archways surrounding you, and one of them is open, and one of them is the one that you came into this expanse through. The gate there will lead you to the closer area of the Bramblewoods, but 20 miles out of Westron.
Would I know how to get there with my keen mind?
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, well, return to the other group. Okay. Secrets. Anyway,
There's a lot of rolls going on there.
she nailed it. Okay, so the night passes through, and you each begin packing your gear, readying for breakfast, and strangely, none the wiser, you see Goplana walking back to the camp, still wearing her nightly resting garments, and walks out of the tree line. She has a few fine scratches on her face.
Oh, the first thing I want to do though is slap Clarence for not watching me go.
Okay, you can make an attack, an unarmed attack if you like.
What? At me? What have I done? What did I do?
How do I do that? Is it just
I'm-
like
Just do a strength.
I'm just sat here snuggling up to a bear.
exactly?
Does the bear protect me?
No.
Bear does
18.
nothing. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as Goplana slaps you around the face.
If you're on watch, keep on watch. Don't play with a bloody bear. And then I'll go back to Chirac.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I enter a rage,
Oh no.
and
Not this again.
I think we might go into a bit of PvP right now.
If
So
that's what
which
you want to do.
So which unfortunate soul hit me?
Goplana.
Got Plana.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
It's 12 points of damage.
Alright. Hey. Roll a Constitution save.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Is this? Hold on. Okay.
Poison.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Bring it. I think at this point Shale will come and stop me
Yeah, I was
would
gonna say, I was
imagine-
kind
and
of
calm me
imagine.
down.
Yeah.
I'm
I would
gonna
imagine.
run over and like physically restrain you if no one else is gonna stop you.
No, that's fine.
Well, this is
Just
going
don't
on.
touch me!
Like you
Don't touch me!
just hear Obi speaking to Fargrim's like, "These what a bunch of animals."
I'm gonna roll perception.
I'm just gonna be like 5 gold on the little one.
At his thing, I'm gonna turn into a bear.
I'm gonna give you a hug.
And just stick my tongue out at Obi.
Yeah, I'm giving you a big hug right now. Oh, friend.
I'm keeping an eye to make sure he doesn't like bite his, like a vein doesn't bulge out and he starts breaking her ribs or something.
No, I'm calm with animals.
Okay.
It's mean dwarves I don't like.
So, yep. We've done that. Once you finish packing up and you ready your travels again, you hear Obi speak a language you've not heard him do, and the rest of the bears suddenly get up and begin to move and progressively continue along their journey. As you do, you hear the heavy sounds of large like stumps, as ahead of you see 2 large tree forms stand in the road. Hold on 1 moment. of them says, "Quickly, Sister Goplana, there is a pack of wargs heading your way. Move your friends to the gates."
Fine, Treebeard.
It's a bit late. They've already attacked us.
Lana, what did you get up to last night?
I'll tell you on the way there.
Yeah, I hope so.
And from the ground, the sprouts these large, thick, like vine branches that quickly begin to form an archway, and within the center, a veil of magic ripples begin opening in the center. "Quickly," he points at the gate.
Okay. Now then, let's go.
Where's the gate?
Just past where the trees are, you kind of head that direction, and as you each pass, you see this area of open ground. Clarence, Summer, Jirak, you would absolutely recognize this as the same location that you went to speak to the druids at before. And you see the elder Elshan opens his hand across and says, "What will it be, Goplana?"
Yeah, you made your point. I'll do it.
Okay. You pass through the secondary vined gate within this expanse, and you immediately, Goplana, have a sense of familiarity, knowing that you are still in the Bramble Woods, but you're about 20 minutes travel from Western. The road to Gat Shadow on the east side of Western, and the vines begin to coalesce and close up once you all go through this expanse.
So, we're not far at a restaurant. I say we walk down the path and get there before it starts throwing anything else at us, yes?
What the fuck?
Jirak, I said I tell you later. Come on.
I follow along. I'll tell you later is about as simple as it needs to be.
Okay, you continue through. Okay. So, continuing your journey through the more shallow woods onto the main road, you find yourselves on a much smoother surface as the pathway opens up onto the road, onto the Gat Shadow road to Western. Ahead you see some sort of blockade and a handful of humans. As they see you approach, one jumps down off a wagon roof. "Well, well, well. Look what we have here, then. Well, I didn't think my birthday'd come early this year. Come now, you lot. Give up the goods, and we can have you on your way. No need to spill blood on this fine day, now is there?"
Summer is going to say an infernal fuck off and then cast darkness in their direction.
First of all, we'll finish it there. And you can do that next session. That's fine. Because it's getting on, and I'm watching time. But you guys, that you witness, there are 8 individuals, and there seem to be this main individual extra. So there's 9 there, and there are 2 other individuals leaning up against some, like a set of caravans. So there's like 10 individuals in total. No, 9, 10, 11 in total, sorry. Just so you know. And we will leave it there. Can you please, guys, make sure that your sheets are up to date and you have all your right modifications for next session. I hope you enjoyed it.
Good.
I hope our guest enjoyed it. Thank you, Sad, for joining us.
Sorry for pushing you off the wagon.
You
Sorry
should
for
be.
threatening to kill you a lot.
Although I think he's now muted, if he doesn't know
Still
already.
I still want my bear.
I said sorry for trying to steal, saying I would steal your stuff if you died.
I think we should be sorry that we did it while you were still alive, to be honest.
I think
Then
you
for the
guys
next
were the
session,
first
he's not
ones.
here.